CT-100. To ensure a watertight seal between the transducer's housing and the CT-100 coupling cone, dispense a small amount of O-ring lubricant to your fingertips and thoroughly coat the internal O-ring. Once fully lubricated, install the internal O-ring until it's properly seated within the coupling cone's inner groove. Insert the transducer into the coupling cone with the transducer's radiating surface faced into the cone. Be sure to align the cone's notch with the transducer's cable. While holding the front of the coupling cone, press the transducer evenly until the rear surfaces of the cone and transducer are flush. To secure the cone in place, apply the adapter ring to the rear of the cone and transducer assembly. Tighten all 6 Phillips flathead screws using a star pattern sequence until hand tightened. To facilitate visualization of the beam, a target assembly using thermochromic material is provided. Insert the target frame within the alignment insert while aligning the side screw holes. 4 socket cap screws are provided to remove the natural warp within the target film. Begin by hand tightening all 4 socket cap screws. Using a 7/64 Allen wrench, thread the bottom socket cap screws first until bottoming out. Do not over-tighten. Continue threading the upper socket cap screws until bottoming out. The target film should appear flat. The target mount fits onto the cone and aligns the target film with the focal axis. O-ring friction is used to center the mount while enabling the frame to rotate about the focal axis. Using the operating conditions as set forth in the calibration report, verify that the transducer is focusing appropriately. Once the focus is verified, remove the target assembly and prepare to install the coupling membrane. Center the membrane with respect to the coupling cone's opening. Push the membrane O-ring over the membrane until seated within the O-ring groove. With the O-ring loosely seated, hold in place while stretching out any creases until the membrane is fully taut. Then apply pressure to the O-ring until the O-ring and membrane material are crushed within the groove. Introduce degassed water into the in tube with the out tube oriented with its entry port at the most upper part of the cone's cavity. Slowly fill the cavity with water using a syringe or water degassing system and pump. Be sure to excavate any bubbles by lightly tapping the exterior of the membrane or cone in the proximity of the bubble. The slight shock should dislodge the bubble and seep through the out tube.